So you've probably seen those social media posts of people booking amazing business class flights on points and all that stuff. And heck, you've probably even seen my post on that. But the things that nobody tells you is that earning points is the easy part, but redeeming points and knowing how to redeem them is where 90% of people, if not more, leave thousands of dollars on the table and they have no idea where to start. So in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you 3 ways to redeem your credit card points, from the one that gives you the least value to the one that gives you the best business class seats. And by the end, you'll know exactly which to use and how to actually pull this off. Think of this as your 8-minute crash course to maximizing points. It's not going to go into super detail, but at least it will give you a framework of how everything works. My name is Max. I help people maximize their airline miles, hotel points, and credit card points. If you like this sort of stuff, remember the like and subscribe button down below. And let's get started. So before we get too deep into this, you need to know one number in your head, and that's 1 cent per point. And that's your baseline. So if you have 60,000 points, that's about $600 in travel right there. Super simple, 1 cent per point. And so that's the baseline. The whole game is beating that 1 cent per point. So every time you go to redeem your points, ask yourself, am I getting more than 1 cent per point, or am I getting less than 1 cent per point value on my redemption? And that's it. And that's the entire mental model. And that's the entire goal. So let's walk through the 3 different ways to redeem your credit card points, from the worst value to the best value. But before we do that, real quick, this part of this video is sponsored by Airalo. And it fits perfectly here because you're going to be redeeming your points after you watch this video, and you're going to be about to be traveling a lot. And when you land in another country, the last thing you want is a massive roaming bill from your cell phone carrier. So what you should get instead is an eSIM. An Airalo eSIM can give you data the second you step off the plane, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to connect your cell phone and get cell phone data. Airalo has been my go-to for the last couple of years, and they cover 200 plus destinations. So pretty much anywhere those points are going to take you, they have your back, and they have an eSIM option for you to download. So essentially what you do is you download the Airalo app, and from the Airalo app, you can purchase a data plan for one country. They also have regional eSIMs as well if you're going to be hopping around different countries in the same area like Asia. They even have global eSIMs as well. They have data by the gig, or they also have unlimited options as well. So set it up before you land and use my code MAX20 for 20% off your first Airalo eSIM. And the link will also be down in the description as well. All right, so let's get back to your points, and let's start with the easiest way to redeem your points for travel. So this first method is a super easy one. This is where you buy your flight like usual, and you just go buy your flight from wherever, whether it's the airline directly or through a third-party travel online agency, and then you wipe it off your statement with your credit card points. Say you buy a $100 flight and you redeem 10,000 points to erase it. That's a fixed redemption rate at exactly 1 cent per point. So most of the major credit card points redeem their points for cash back at 1 cent per point. So 100,000 points equals $1,000 no matter what. No math, no research. It's all a fixed redemption rate. It's a simple and easy way to redeem your points, but it's not the best way to redeem your points. So that's where method 2 comes in, and booking through your credit card's travel portal. And so if you think Chase Travel, American Express Travel, it kind of works like a third-party online travel agency, but when you search for those flights or hotels, once you search for them, they give you the option to pay with your points. And here your points can be worth a little bit more. It can be worth sometimes between 1 to 2 cents per point, depending on which travel portal that you're redeeming and which credit card that you have. Chase Sapphire cards have different redemption levels. American Express also has different redemption levels for their American Express travel portal as well. And so that's where the range can vary between 1 cent per point to 2 cents per point on the upside. You search for your dates, you search for a destination, it hands you a flight, and then you can choose to pay with your points instead of paying cash. You don't have to worry about transfer partners or anything like that. Sometimes the travel portal is actually cheaper than transferring your points. So always check the travel portal to see what they're offering and what offers they have in the travel portal to see potentially it might be better than transferring your points. And transferring your points leads us into method number 3, and this tends to be where all the magic happens, and all the miles and points people that get super excited about booking business class and stuff like that. Transferring points is where we really maximize our points, and it's how you can turn 60,000 points into a business class seats that's worth $2,000 or $3,000. Transferring means moving your flexible credit card points, and so Chase Ultra Reward points, American Express membership reward points, Capital One miles, Bilt points, Citi thank you points over to an airline or hotel program, and then you book directly with those airline or hotel programs. And so essentially what is happening here when you transfer your points is how you can earn United miles or Southwest miles or Air France KLM Flying Blue miles or Singapore Airline miles without ever stepping foot on any of those planes. And so you can transfer 100,000 Chase Local Reward points over to United, and you have 100,000 United miles. And the thing that inspired me to make this video is that most of my consult calls are pretty much going over this entire strategy. And in my recent one, we looked up a flight from Phoenix to Paris, nonstop in business class on Air France, and it was 60,000 points and about $341 in fees, and there's 9 seats open. If you take that 60,000 points and you redeem it for cash back, you get $600. If you redeem it in the Chase travel portal, you get somewhere between $600 to $1,200 in value. But that flight from Phoenix to Paris in business class on Air France is valued at $2,000 to $3,000. So that same 60,000 points is getting a lot more value when you transfer those points over to Air France and KLM. I have a resource on my website that you can go check out. They'll tell you which of your credit card points transfers to which airline and which transfer partners. Chase has a list of transfer partners. American Express has a list of transfer partners. Citi, Capital One, and Bilt also has a list of transfer partners. There's a lot of overlap, but sometimes there's more unique ones specific to those credit card points. I'll link it down in the description, or you can go check it out on the URL on the screen right now. So what's the catch? Well, there's always a catch, and transferring points is a one-way street. Once you transfer your points from Chase over to Air France, as an example, you can't pull them back. So you never transfer and hope that you can book that Air France flight. So here's the actual process from start to finish. Number one, you find the award space before you touch your points. A tool like Seats.Aero can help you do that. It scrapes all the airline award availability out there, and it's the tool that I use the most and the tool that I recommend the most actually when it comes to some of my consult calls. And number two is verify on the airline's website that flight's actually bookable with points. So that means like jumping on the Air France website and making sure that it says that it's 60,000 Air France KLM flying blue miles. And so if once you see that, then that's when you can transfer your points. And that's step number 3. And that's when you link your airline account or your hotel account or whatever over to Chase, Citi, or Capital One or American Express. And that's how you can initiate that transfer from Chase over to that airline program and redeem your points. And once your points are in your account on like Air France or United, that's when you can redeem those freshly transferred points for that flight. So that was a lot of information, and I recommend you go back and rewatch this again. But a quick recap, there's 3 ways to redeem your credit card points. Cash back, and that is your 1 cent per point floor, and that's your safety net. The travel portal is the second option, and that can potentially get you between 1 cent per point to 2 cents per point. But then the third option is where a lot of people use to maximize to find these business or first class seats. And that's when you transfer your credit card points over to transfer partners. And that's where you can potentially get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cents per point, depending on what you redeem your credit card points for. I'll put some more videos on screen to help you maximize your points even further. And I'll also add more resources down in the description as well. Go check out the Airalo link as well if you're traveling and you need an eSIM. And thanks for watching this far. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.